Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Most of Marvel Studios' films are the cinematic equivalent of breadcrumbs, which have been dropped into theaters strategically so as to keep one looking for the next sequel or crossover, when the endless televisual exposition will eventually, theoretically yield an event of actual consequence. Occasionally, however, a Marvel film transcends this impersonality and justifies one's patience. Weird, stylish, and surprisingly lyrical, Ant-Man, Iron Man 3, and Doctor Strange attest to the benefits of the old Hollywood-style studio system that Marvel has resurrected, under the umbrella of structure and quota as security, which can bequeath qualified freedom. Chuck Bowen 19 The Incredible Hulk 2008 The aesthetic dexterity and psychological depth of Ang Lee's Hulk is corrupted by Marvel's reboot for the superhero franchise. Louis Leterrier's intermittently kinetic but depressingly shallow The Incredible Hulk. In response to complaints that Lee's unjustly excoriated 2003 effort was too talky and slow, Leterrier swings the pendulum to the opposite side of the spectrum, delivering a slam-bang spectacle so lacking in weight that, until the impressive finale, the film seems downright terrified of character and relationship development, as if too much conversation or, gasp, subtextual heft will immediately alienate coveted young male fanboys. Nick Shagger 18 Iron Man 2 2010, upgraded with the latest CGI hardware but also more shoddy screenwriting software than its system can withstand. Iron Man 2 is an example of subtraction by addition. For a sequel designed to deliver what its predecessor did not, Jon Favreau's follow-up to his 2008 blockbuster piles on incidents and characters it doesn't need while still managing to skimp on the combat that should be this franchise's bread and butter but which remains an element only trotted out at sporadic intervals and in modest portions. Shagger 17 Avengers, Infinity War 2018, what is this, a crossover episode? After 18 films, the overlords at Marvel Studios have gathered almost all of their indentured servants, star-studded stable together into the ever-crashing, ever-booming, and ever-banging extravaganza Avengers, Infinity War. Whether you look at this whirling dervish and see a gleefully grandiose entertainment or a depressing exemplar of the culturally degraded present moment will depend on your investment, in all senses of that term, in Marvel's carefully cultivated mythos. Film is all manic monotony. It's passably numbing in the moment. And despite the hard-luck finish, something an obligatory post-credits sequence goes a long way toward neutering, it's instantly forgettable. Strange thing to say about a film featuring Peter Dinklage as the tallest dwarf in the universe. Keith Ulick 16 Thor 2011, with some notable exceptions, Marvel Studios produced films usually plateau at a glossy but totally indistinct level of mediocrity, and Thor continues the trend of weekly jump-starting a franchise based on a Marvel comic with an adequate but instantly forgettable origin story. Kenneth Branagh's film is reasonably well put together, but unlike even his worst films, it has no internal life, instead feeling like an impersonal, assembly line product. The film's most notable feature is that it serves as a continuation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe set up by the Iron Man movies. Characters from those films pop up during Thor's main narrative and after the end credits, living up to Marvel's commitment to populating their films with the same bland versions of perfectly acceptable characters. While Thor is certainly competent, that's just not enough. Simon Abrams 15 Captain America, The First Avenger 2011, a spectacle of star-spangled superheroics, Captain America, The First Avenger gives sturdy big screen treatment to Marvel's square-jawed, and square, jingoistic military man. With Joe Johnston delivering pyrotechnical action-adventure in a period guise, a la The Rocketeer, which was similarly fixated on its female lead's buxom chest, this costumed crusader saga is a capable, if somewhat unremarkable, affair. Beset by the same origin story shortcomings that plagued another U.S. virtue via Army weaponry fable, Iron Man, namely, a bifurcated structure in which the introductory first half exceeds, in compelling drama and kick-ass thrills, the latter fight the baddies combat.